I'd like to call this meeting to order. We have a moment of silence, please. It's all right for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Steve.
Thank you, President Demko. Councilperson Boyd.
Here.
Councilperson Canafari.
Here.
Councilperson Sarsfield.
Here.
Councilperson Freshwater.
Here.
Council President Demko.
Here.
Mayor Ryan.
Here.
We have a quorum.
I don't know. We just skipped to number 3.
Yes. Well, we can obviously skip to number 3.
Well, public comment. Okay, do we have any comments from anybody in the audience on the agenda? Anything from the agenda? Okay. Administration?
Good evening, everyone. A motion to approve the minutes from the council meeting on August 13th, 2018.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
B, motion to adopt ordinance 2452, an ordinance of the Borough of Carnegie, County of Allegheny, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, amending Part 4, Chapter 13, Section 402 of the Borough Code of Ordinance relating to licenses, permits, and general business regulations.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments on that?
Yeah, I've got some comments. This has become known internally as the food truck ordinance, where it's not just governing food trucks within the Borough of Carnegie. It also has to do with vendor carts, and basically it's revamping an old ordinance that's been on the books since probably the 40s or 50s that had more to do with door-to-door sweeper salesman, the Fuller brush guy, all of that kind of stuff that we tried to retrofit and squeeze the food trucks under that old ordinance. This brings it up to date, and it's been vetted. It's both popular and unpopular. Fortunately, it's unpopular by a small number and popular by the majority. And I'm glad, for one council person anyhow, that we will no longer have to deal with this particular topic in public, and it'll pass today. It'll become on the books, and unless we get new information that's not known today, hopefully this ordinance will serve the borough for some time and serve it well, and serve the business community in the process. Thank you.
Madam President, I just wanted to make one comment too, and I wanted to commend council and the business district because I think there were definitely some spirited dialogue over this, but they worked together and created, for the most part, the best win-win situation, and it was a group effort, so I think you guys did a fine job on that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion passes.
C, motion to enter into addendum with the municipal garbage hauler for public services to include the collection of electronic waste, e-waste, to the current garbage contract that will expire as of June 30th, 2021.
Second.
With a motion and a second, roll call, Steve.
I think we should have comment again. just to let you know what we're doing. We're doing to each of us. We're not just doing it to the public. We're doing it to us because we live here as well. We just made your garbage bill go up by 65 cents a month. Now, what happens to that? Yeah, I understand. It's just horrible. But have you ever seen TV sets sitting around throughout the borough? Well, now we have a solution that's going to cost us 65 cents per household per month. And you need to make an appointment with them, but they'll come out, they'll pick up your TV, they will dispose it properly. It'll meet all of the regulations that the state of Pennsylvania has for recycling televisions and other electronic equipment. And probably more important than that, since the 65 cents will actually be cheaper than the solution we had now, which was to have Public Works go out, pick the darn things up wherever people left them laying around, store them at the Public Works garage until we got a truckload, and then pay somebody to come get them and haul them away and recycle them, which the last bill was over $4,000 when we did that. So this will actually save the borough, save the community money in the long run, but your bill's going up 65 cents a month.
$1.95.
Quick math. Thank you.
Roll call, Steve.
Councilperson Sarsfield,
Yes.
Councilperson Freshwater,
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd,
Yes.
Councilperson Canaferi,
Yes.
Council President Demko.
Yes.
Motion passes.
D, motion to enter extend the lease agreement between the Borough of Carnegie and Tenet Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy Associates Incorporated, OSPTA, which will expire as of April 30th, 2022.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Steve, roll call.
Councilperson Boyd,
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield,
Yes.
Councilperson Canaferi,
Yes.
Councilperson Freshwater,
Yes.
Council President Demko.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Motion to advertise for the position of Municipal Administrative Secretary.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Councilman Boyd?
Yes, ma'am. Motion to approve the August 2018 bill list and bill list addendum.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Steve, roll call.
Councilperson Freshwater,
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd,
Yes.
Councilperson Canaferi,
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield,
Yes.
Council President Demko.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Councilman Freshwater?
I move to approve payment application number 2, final, to Pasquale Construction Services, LLC, in the amount of $15,648.37 for ADA ramp and sidewalk work completed for the 2018 ADA ramp and sidewalk project.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Steve?
Councilperson Sarsfield,
Yes.
Councilperson Freshwater,
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd,
Yes.
Councilperson Canaferi,
Yes.
Council President Demko.
Yes.
I move to approve payment application number 1 to Youngblood Paving Incorporated in the amount of $244,619.01 for milling and resurfacing work completed through August 28, 2018 for the 2018 Milling and Resurfacing Program, contract number 2018-04, 217,000 Liquid Fuels Fund, 27,619.01 General Fund.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Steve?
Councilperson Canaferi,
Yes.
Councilperson Boyd,
Yes.
Councilperson Freshwater,
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield,
Yes.
Council President Demko.
Yes.
Motion passes.
I move to ratify the decision of Borough Council to accept the bid provided by Solely Construction Incorporated in the amount of $100,000 for the Greenbrier Sanitary Sewer Repair Project, emergency condition repair.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Steve?
Councilperson Boyd,
Yes.
Councilperson Freshwater,
Yes.
Councilperson Sarsfield.
Yes.
Councilperson Canaferi.
Yes.
Council President Demko.
Yes.
Motion passes.
And that's all I have.
We have nothing for public safety, but code enforcement and community development.
Wasn't there a D?
Yeah, there was a D there.
Yes.
That was the old one.
No, that was the new one.
Oh, wait a minute.
D. Yeah, here.
I have, okay.
Sorry about that.
I meant to do that. I move to accept the recommendation of Kale Engineers to reject the bid for contract number 2018-01 and advertise with revised scope, Carnegie Park Basketball Court Phase 2.
Second.
With a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
You mind if I expand on that a touch?
Sure, Bill.
Since I'm enjoying speaking this evening. We received some grants to do some work on Carnegie Park a number of years ago, and we've been slowly working through the grant and slowly working through the process of making those improvements to the park. And one of the things on our wish list was a new basketball court, because our old basketball court has served us long and well, and it is ready to be retired. We got one bidder for the basketball court project, and it was over double what the budget amount was. So we decided to reject the budget, change the scope a little bit, and go out and specifically target some contractors that have a history of doing basketball courts in other communities and doing municipal work, and see if we can generate a little competition to winning our project, and as a result of that, to get the project done maybe a little closer to budget, hopefully a lot closer to budget, so that we can save some money and get the new basketball court. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Phil.
Okay, and Councilman Sarsfield, could you do Councilwoman Hopchek's?
Yes, Madam President. Motion A is a motion to approve the application of David and Tina Tomaszewski for the development of lot and blocks 103-B-230 and 103-B-228 as recommended by the Planning Commission on August 28, 2018.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Motion B is motion to approve the curb cut application submitted by George and Jane Bennett for the property located at 987 Wagner Street, lot and block 103-B-165.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Motion C is a motion to approve the curb cut application submitted by Michael and Francine Biggin for the property located at 428 Center Avenue, lot and block 103-C-80.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
I have one additional motion that's been added, Madam President. It's a motion to advertise ordinance 2454, an ordinance of the Borough of Carnegie, Allegheny County, Pennsylvania, enacting regulations relating to the revitalization of vacant property in the downtown area, in addition to the provisions set forth in the International Property Maintenance Code and Chapter 4, Part 1 of the Code of Ordinances of the Borough of Carnegie.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
No other motions.
Committee reports, administration,
None this evening.
finance,
None this evening, Madam President.
code enforcement, and community development. That's Gina, and she's not here. Public Works, Councilman Freshwater.
Nothing this evening.
And Public Safety.
Just, I want to commend our fire department for the fire that they fought today. Fortunately, no loss of life, no loss of pets, any of that. It was just a fast-moving fire. The result not good, total loss of property. But again, they were on scene, did a great job. I want to thank the other responding communities that assisted our fire department, kept it from spreading to any homes that were close to it. That's all I have.
And I have nothing for tonight. Manager's report, Steve.
Thank you, President Demko. I just have 2 items for this evening to add to the ordinance for the downtown vacant property that Councilman Sarsfield had mentioned. We are working with the group Town Center, who gives us consultation on the business district, on how to revitalize it, keep the momentum. And we have a letter that is going out to the business district and the businesses to basically upkeep on the facades, whether it be paint, anything that may be chipping, windows, the overall appearance of everything. And this is in coordination with this ordinance as well, so that will be going out to everybody, and we will be, between myself, council, and the Community Development Corporation, working with the businesses to update that, just some of the items that the businesses have, and we'll be working through next year with that. Also, just another item for those that are here, just with some of the rain that has been coming up and that may come up as well. Just remember that the borough does have an emergency alert system. I think that overall over the last weekend, everything was spread out, so we were fairly lucky, but if anything does happen moving forward, you're able to sign up for the emergency response system, and you can call to the borough to sign up, or the information's on our website as well. Just with some of the other things that the news has been predicting, we just want to be prepared for that, and just let everyone know that we have that available. That's all I have this evening.
And just on that note also, just to let residents know, residents that are here, residents that do watch me, our police department, our fire, do a fantastic job in monitoring our creek situation. The chief stays on top of it, his officers stay on top of it. We're very grateful to have a chief that's, he was part of the flood when it happened here, so he knows how it impacted our community, and he really stays on top of monitoring that. So if there comes a time where people need to be vacated and need to move into that mode, he's prepared to do that, as well as Chief Scott. I just wanted to let everybody know
And
that.
to piggyback on that a little bit, Mr. Hatcher and I spoke how many times a day, every day since Thursday?
Twice.
Just to keep in contact with, he kept checking the creeks and all that kind of stuff, and he'd check back with me. So they all, I think, always do a great job. I think we have the best policemen, the best firemen, the best public works around, so. Okay, Carnegie Volunteer Fire Department, an EMS report.
Yes, we had 27 fire calls and 106 ambulance calls.
Mayor's report.
Thank you, Madam President. The department's numbers for the month of August: criminal arrests and citations 29, traffic stops 47, traffic citations 57, parking tickets 218, and complaints and self-initiated activity 859. Tonight I just want to highlight some of the community events happening in September around Carnegie. So on Saturday, September 22nd, this coming Saturday, we will be holding the Open Streets Carnegie, which is West Main and East Main Streets will be closed from Jefferson Street to Washington Avenue from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. in order to allow residents and visitors to participate in health-conscious activities. So many of the local and surrounding businesses and organizations will be giving demonstrations and lessons that will include massages, wellness checks, yoga, dance, physical therapy, skateboarding, bicycling, and other activities including a scavenger hunt. Chief, we're giving away bike helmets too, correct?
At Open Streets?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Okay. The closed streets will allow individuals to choose exactly what they would like to do in a safe environment, such as walking, running, biking, or even skating. The goal of Open Streets Carnegie is to get people to enjoy outdoor activities. We've been having the farmers market that was running June through the end of August, and at the request of some of the vendors that have had success, although I know the market has a long way to grow, they asked that we extend it through the end of September. So Sunday, September 16th and the 23rd, from noon to 3 p.m., the Carnegie Farmers Market will be in the East Main Street parking lot across from Carnegie Coffee Company. Obviously, it was rained out this past weekend. Thursday, September 13th, is Carnegie Elementary School's open house. This Friday, September 14th, we will have the Carnegie Crawl. We only have 2 crawls remaining, so if you haven't been down there, please come down. And there's actually 2 other events that are kind of running simultaneously at Higher Voice Studios in abandoned Pittsburgh. Open mic at Higher Voice Studio, which is at 144 East Main Street, and take a walk on the art side at Abandoned Pittsburgh at 301 East Main Street at 6 p.m. Saturday, September 15th from 2 to 6, we will be having Cruising on the Main 2, and that is the car cruise in downtown Carnegie. The closures will start at around 1:15, and they will be from Pine to Jefferson. The parking lots and the other part of Main Street will be open for all visitors and patrons, so that won't hinder that at all. Lastly, we have Friday, September 28th, Carlington's Homecoming Parade and Game. There will be closures from Lydia to Franklin as the parade will travel down Washington Avenue, and that is around 5:30, and then the game will be at 7. So a lot out there happening in September. Enjoy, and that's all I have, Madam President.
Thank you. Okay, any general public comment?
I know. I didn't say anything last month, and I think I'm going to be adding to the blur of what's happening in September. We have so much going on. I think I'm sending an email blast tonight that has 5 different events between now and the end of the month. First off, it's Love Your Library Month. This is a countywide initiative. And any contribution from $1 on up that's given to the library during the month of September receives a prorated match. It's a countywide initiative. But the last 2 years, Carnegie had the 3rd highest support, which is kind of mind-boggling. Our benefit does fall in September, so that gives us a big boost. But let's see, we have a brand new library director. I don't know. Did you write an article yet? Not yet. Not yet. Okay. Okay, that's true. That's right. But we had one fleetingly, and she was pregnant and went off on maternity leave. And don't fault her for this. She had no idea what she was getting into and decided to stay home with her beautiful baby. But we hired Mary May. She started the Tuesday after Labor Day. And already I just feel there is an energy, there's a connectedness. Her favorite professor in library school, she went to the University of Maryland, is now the Librarian of Congress. So we're going to get her to come and talk here. But she, Dr. Carla Hayden is the first woman to hold that position and the first African American to hold that position. And I'm just really excited. We're going to bring her in 2020 for our Year of Women-Centric Programming because it's the 100th anniversary of women getting suffrage. Get that on your calendars right now, guys. But I just look for a whole new energy at the library. Let's see, starting with programs. 2018 is also the 100th anniversary of the end of World War I. So we have a speaker on the 18th called Carl's Story. It's a very powerful, moving story. The speaker coming in about, discovering a relative who was killed a couple of days before the end of the war on his 19th, when he was only 19 years old. Bring Kleenex if you come to that.
What is that?
That's on the 18th. I will be sending, I'm sure you're on my email blast, I'm list. I hope everybody is. I don't know. I don't know that I have your email, so I should, just so you know what's going on. On the 26th, Chuck Beard is coming and giving an abandoned Pittsburgh talk at the library. And we have 3 concerts coming up. RML Jazz, which is a Rennville-based terrific jazz group, is going to be performing for our Listen Locally downstairs, which I believe is the 17th. I can't keep these dates straight. Something else is happening on the 23rd, but it's what we call, well, not us, Radical Days, which is the Allegheny Regional Asset District. I can use lots of volunteers. But the Western Pennsylvania Conservancy, if you know church or youth groups that want to just join us for an hour or so, is coming and grooming the library park grounds. And then we have Pittsburgh Opera Festival is coming and giving a very short snippet of opera, which will be fabulous in our music hall. And then, of course, our benefit, Mosaic, is on September 29th. We are starting work tomorrow, and we can use anybody who hasn't helped build our mural, come now, because we'll be installing it. And we've got, obviously, it was supposed to start, actually, we've had many false starts. When you said you're not getting more than one bid, we couldn't get concrete. We had to wait. Things were delayed by 9 days because people are just doing so much work, they're not hungry for it. But the benches are poured, and we're going to be installing the Mosaic mural starting tomorrow from 10 until dark every day. As you all know in this room, at least this end of this room, Library Park is going to be delayed, but we're going to be working on the remediation of the slope in the alley. But we will open our mural sometime before September 29th, hopefully before Laura G. McLaughlin leaves for Barcelona on Sunday. But it's laid out right now throughout in the basement, and it's absolutely breathtaking. It's going to be so gorgeous. But this work is, you know, manual labor. I'm looking at you, Phil. And I think I sent out an email blast this afternoon about that. So there's just a ton of stuff going on. And I'm going to do a plug, although I don't have the exact date, but Phil made me think of this. Barb Dahlberg has published a book of poems. She was a Carnegie resident for a couple of years. Unbelievably beautiful poems. She's doing a poetry reading with 2 other published poets. If you think you don't like poetry, I just read this through to through. She's had an extraordinary life, full of challenges. And this just portrays it so eloquently. But, you know, when you have a Carnegie, it's hard to be a published, not self-published, but published by an outside group poet. And she has Carnegie roots. I think she's living in Regent Square now. But, so I need to get everybody's email that I don't have to add you to an email list so you know what's going on. And thank you very much. Thanks. Thank you.
Anybody else?
I'm Deborah Manning from 286 Exeter Court. I just want to give you another update on the situation. I still never talked to Mr. Sykes, but I spoke with Steve recently, and we're going to have a meeting tomorrow over on the bridge across from my house, and they're supposed to, I guess, discuss the possible repair. But like I said,
That's with the Army Corps of Engineers.
right.
Right.
So, you know, we're still scared to death every time it rains. We got pretty close yesterday, like 2 foot from going over. And
I was down there half a dozen times, keeping an eye from the other side.
Yeah,
That water goes so fast past there.
it does. It
It's
goes.
a shame the meeting wasn't today.
that's what I said. I said, I wish it was yesterday because it just scares you. I mean, my dogs won't even go out the back and they hear that creak and, you know,
It
they
was rolling.
It doesn't take much. It really doesn't. It's amazing. I mean, we had all those days, weeks without any rain. And just like that, it's incredible. It really is. If you don't live there, it's kind of hard to appreciate it. And so, I'm Terry Hart, by the way, I live next door to her. And my wall is still standing right now, but I'm concerned because our walls were attached at one point, so.
You're getting the same.
Mine's exposed now on the edge where it was attached at. And, yeah. There's one.
This is her wall attached to mine. Well, the wall I used to have, hers is right there. So,
This is hers.
So I guess my concern would be when they come to evaluate whether or not they can do anything on her wall, and they also take a look at mine, because mine butts up right against the bridge. If
Are you going to
mine
be there
falls-
tomorrow?
Huh?
Are you going to be there for the meeting tomorrow?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
very best time and place to,
actually, it looks like.
I don't want to speak on their behalf, Terry, but
Yeah,
I would
that's
think that anything on their end, that's,
It's
you know,
actually
would be
smart,
their
the tunnel's
responsibility.
underneath.
But I'm glad to be there.
Yeah. Phil, are you going to be there tomorrow?
I can.
I'm just saying, can you, wait, who's gonna be there tomorrow? One of you? Steve,
both
Well, I spoke with
Steve,
Deborah
look
this
at what
afternoon.
she's saying with this picture here.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I was down there today and saw,
I mean, you
I saw that.
see how it's,
Yes.
all right.
Yeah, I have tons of pictures.
It
I just
changed
mean
over the
that's-
weekend.
Yeah,
I mean, the pictures are different already.
Yeah, and then, yeah, they'll continue to change too, because every time it rains like that,
And Phil, it looks like it's starting to dam up already in there.
Oh, there's,
I know, but I mean, look how, that's,
well,
whatever falls in the creek upstream ends up jammed up somewhere downstream
Yeah,
every time.
just
And
stand out back and
that's
see the
another-
stuff just floating down the creek.
that's another issue, because they, at one point, were supposed to keep all that area clear of debris, and, I mean, it's just, this is the other side of the bridge. And all of this overhang, I mean, it just, it goes all the way up.
That creek's doing 30 miles an hour.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, on one side,
Well, I stopped down there yesterday, but I was on the,
that's Debbie's right there.
my house is next. I can go to the little bridge and watch it work on, Run Street, you know, that one little open section down there.
Yeah.
I walk down there, I stop down every day.
So
In the
you-
rain these last couple of days, just to,
Yeah, it doesn't take much. It's amazing.
it was flying too.
Yeah.
And
It's
then
beautiful.
yesterday, when did you take that?
This was Saturday.
Okay, because yesterday, it was even higher than that, I think, from what I could see.
Yeah, it was actually the part that, the sewer that's coming out of, like right by the bridge,
Bridge.
it was probably about this far from going into the sewer.
Yeah.
Now, that's when there was no water, or barely any water. And that's what lays there.
It's just amazing how much water, you know, where's it come, you know,
And I think
comes all back.
sections of that are so thin, you know what I mean, and it all, you figure it all goes into that big one off of, Arch Street, and that's huge, and that was almost, so,
Yeah, it's coming down here,
thank
that-
God it's moving the way it's, I mean, thank God it's flowing fast.
I think we were fortunate because the rain, the way that it came, it was just, it was not like,
Torrential.
yeah,
Yeah, it was constant.
it was a nice amount to handle.
Steve, you know, I'm especially concerned
And
about
when that big creek, I mean,
Yeah, I
it's
saw
still
it.
pretty high, and actually that little spillway that goes down behind where the old Borough building used to be, it makes us nervous. As soon as it gets to, you know, when you can't see the spillway part, that's like when I've been hit.
Yeah.
Everything just starts shooting back up our creek, and,
fast.
yeah, so.
Yeah,
And
Because
because
they're-
everybody in our street got water.
yeah.
Fortunately, it was clear from the ground, just coming up through, you know, and we didn't have to.
Yep, and when you
Yeah.
can't see that pipe anymore for the runoff,
Yep.
then that's a problem.
Then it's coming back.
you know.
And Steve, you'll let us all know tomorrow after the meeting? All right.
Thank you,
Word.
thanks again.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
See you in the morning.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Yeah. Can't let it go. I can't let it go. I'm on a corner. I'm next to Terry and Debbie. I have a few things to address. One, I don't know. Kenny knows, Patrick knows, whoever signed for that bridge, to put the concrete walls, was the stupidest asinine thing could have been done. Because, you know, I would say, in 8 floods we've had in the past 10 years, the water can roll, and it can roll right through the fence and keep on going, right? Well, now, concrete walls here, guess where the water's going? In between the garage and the wall, direct hit from my house. I don't know which, if any of you's rode down there, you see the big white house on the corner, it's gonna come between Gordon's garage and that wall. Because now it can't roll and flow straight through like it should. For 2, when Ivan hit, and Francis, 2 foot of water before that. I said about Robinson Building, and there was a big issue. Mike knows, because Wendy Brady, I said I was going to Robinson, there was a bunch of us on Lexington Court, gotta go up there and address them. Lo and behold, it was called up there and said that the troublemakers, Lexington Court was coming up there. Oh yeah, because I have a big mouth. Yes, I'm gonna run it. Anybody in Carnegie knows me will tell you this. I'll tell you straight to your face. I'll tell you myself. I'm gonna speak my piece. They keep building out there. There's no retention ponds. They just added 3 more hotels. God only knows what the hell else they build out there because I boycotted. I won't buy a damn thing from out there because they don't care. I'd love to give every one of them a straw and say, okay, come suck the water out of my basement. Would you like to pay for the damage on my house? Now my house is on a corner. Not only am I getting shit because it's coming in between Gordon's and the wall, direct hit from my house, but now my whole basement floor is fouled. And guess what? I ended up with water yesterday. I had a sump pump that blew up. It cost me another $600 for a sump pump. Guess what? This morning I wake up, my freaking roof's leaking. Where's it come from? We know shit runs downhill when nature takes its wrath, but you know what? A lot of this can be avoided. Why can't there be something against Robinson to stop some of the building
We've
or
been in contact with
retention?
Robinson for, Steve, how many meetings have we had with them?
Ain't there nothing we can do against Robinson? They got to stop. And not only that, if you watch the water, everybody knows I fished a creek. I can tell you from freaking Thornburg Bridge all the way up to Washington, about Tortier's Creek. I know where all the sewer lines are, sewer holes, I fish it, everybody knows.
Believe me, we have fixed,
And ours.
Carnegie has fixed everything that we can and are allowed to fix.
How come there's still sewage coming down
Wait a
our little
second,
creek?
wait, let me finish, okay? We have done everything, but the surrounding communities around us either refuse or say they can't afford it, and we're stuck in the middle. I mean, we have all new sewers that are getting ruined because of Scott Township, because of Robinson, because of, Nate, do you want to, other than suing them, I don't know what
I
else.
was gonna say, you can't legally sue them.
I don't think you can.
It's, your hands kind of get tied whenever, outside of some sort of a intermunicipal agreement, that they would have to be willing to enter. And the issue of being water is, kind of like you mentioned, that it does have to go somewhere. And it's always the downhill community that ends up getting the short end of the stick.
Just like when I came through, they didn't want to buy our houses back. They had it on the table, they pulled it off the table. Why? My thing is, you know what, come by my house. I'll definitely leave now. I'm just when my kids grown, I don't care anymore. That house don't mean shit to me anymore. I'm done. I'm to that point, I'm done. If you stand out and you watch that creek, I played in that creek when I was a kid. You could drink that water. Now, the mine runoff that comes through there, the water's orange that comes down through there, through that little creek on Campbell's Run. There's sewage, there's toilet paper. If you walk out where the car wash is, you can see it. Mondays and Wednesdays, there's all kind the sulfur comes down through there? They're dumping into the creek. How can they, legally, how can they do that?
Did you go to the Robinson meeting? You said before you were going to the Robinson meeting.
How's this squirted out of there?
Yeah, they're.
Because I have a big mouth and I run it, as you see. I'm not gonna bite my tongue. I do not hold my P's and Q's. That's how I was raised. Do I say it the right way? I might not say it the right way, but I'm gonna speak my mind. Everybody in here, Kennedy, the first one to tell you.
Well, you can ask everybody out there how we've been battling.
But,
We've been
I mean,
battling Robinson and
I
Scott.
understand, but the thing is, isn't there something that we can do against them?
That's what I'm saying.
My second thing is, why was the concrete bridge built? I understand the bridge needed built, but why did we put the concrete walls? Okay, that's a direct hit from my house.
When was that built, Keith?
It's not even 2 years ago. It was in January. when it was-
On recorder, right? That was the on recorder.
No,
That
No.
was about 5
No, no,
years,
no, no.
that was 5 years ago.
I had a big fight about that because everybody said that it belonged to the state, it belonged to the Army Corps of Engineers. It kept bouncing back and forth. There was a big hole in there. Little kid walking by, gonna fall through. There was rebar right by my house. They put plates on it. And it was Borough that took care of it. Now, when it came down, they started building the forms. I told them, I said, this is a mistake. You do not want to do this. Oh, well, we know what we're doing. You're stupid. You don't understand. Just because you live here, you're stupid. No, I'm not stupid. I know what I'm talking about. I know the force of the water that comes down through there. It's not going to hold. I believe it's 301 Run Street, the house on the corner. They put, 1, 2, 3, I believe there's 3 or 4 big blocks that are retaining because they're trying to keep it from undercutting, from taking out the bridge, from the corner of the new bridge. I don't have pictures of it.
I think I did.
But to me, that was stupid. I talked to her, I believe you're Stacy Riley.
Yes.
I talked to you and I told you about that. You know, this past 2 rains, I've got
That's the first one.
10 inches of water in my basement. Again, my whole basement floor is buckled. They went over 15 grand to replace my basement, just one floor. I can't afford that. What do they want us to do?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Sue, like for her to speak at Robinson meeting, I mean, we do the same thing here. If somebody from Crafton, we come
So
here
they
and
call-
want to speak, we're not going to let them speak. It's the residents and the business owners, unless they own a business and live in that municipality. So our residents can go out, we can go to Robinson. They don't have to give us the right to
Who's on
speak.
that committee with Robinson?
Good, correct me.
Pat.
Nate, correct? I mean, they're not required to let you speak, unless you're a resident or business owner.
Well, maybe, Steve, that we can send a letter to them and touch base again and ask them what are they doing about it? I mean, they know what we're talking about. We've been on them for years. So if we could just, you know,
Understand that they follow county building guidelines, and they think they are following the county building guidelines. And sadly, unless the county's guidelines change, they continue to build.
Yeah, I mean, what's happening, Sue, is that for each plan, that specific plan meets the criteria for the water runoff. What has happened is because of all the continued development, when you combine it, then it no longer does. So each plan works, but when you combine them all together, it's too much water.
well, and they said too, they were supposed to have a bigger, yes, catch basin.
Well,
And
and
it's
they
not
want
big
us
enough,
to
and they
pay
were
for it.
supposed to do something about that, which they never did. And it's not our, I mean, it's on, it's.
There's water
on their
coming off of
property.
60. I have pictures of where water comes off of Route 60 and it comes down and hits Campbell's Run and then comes down.
We have the same thing down on Arch Street.
So one of the
Water
things,
comes off the Parkway.
one of the things you can do as a citizen is contact DEP and complain to them, because they're the ones that would issue any citations for stormwater runoff violations, for any illegal dumping into the streams. So if you suspect some stuff
Oh, I
like
don't
that
suspect, I have pictures of it, I've seen it.
upstream, then and letting DEP know about it, trying to
Okay.
talk to someone there and trying to get them on the sound the alarm. But, you know, it will be a difficult task when it's such a general problem coming from everything upstream. But anything that they could, that might at least get them to take a look at things and inspect it, see if they can eliminate some of the problem sources.
Okay, now, and another thing. I talked to you about something. The issues get worse because there's many children running around on our street. And now this man is looking through into my house, and I have to close my blinds every day when he's home. What can I do?
That's something probably we shouldn't talk about.
Okay. But, I mean, these are, things that I'm just asking. That's why I approached the way I did. But with Robinson, I can just contact them directly
The DEP.
in the DEP.
Yeah, the DEP.
Robinson's probably not gonna talk to you, I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be
Oh, I
honest.
already know. I called out there. They hung up on me. I
Yes.
went out there and I was police escorted off.
So you're one, the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection, you just Google DEP,
I already have our number because I have
Yeah,
paperwork from when I came
they
through.
have offices over on the North Shore, and you should be able to get someone local and
Okay, and is there any possible way we can do anything about the sides on this bridge when we're getting concrete? Because the way this water flow is coming. This isn't, with
Well-
water discharge that came yesterday, with as many gallons that came through Chartiers yesterday, it jumped up over 8+ feet. 9+ feet.
You're right, the
Within
same-
8 hours, it was the same, it was more, water flow was faster yesterday than it was with
On the
Ivan.
bridge.
If you look at the gallon discharge from the UDS report, down by 79, the water flow was more yesterday than it was with Ivan. If you go back and look through the gallons, there was more water running through there.
you, the three of you are neighbors, right? You're in the same.
Yeah.
So that stream, if it's Army Corps, then you might want to try and approach them tomorrow because the borough's hands might be kind of tied with whether they can do anything because then they're interfering with basically what would be the Army Corps' stream. It's kind of their jurisdiction. You can't really be messing
Even though the
with
borough is the one that's up there in the bridge.
Right, I mean, I think we're talking about the actual structure of the bridge,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Changing that.
the move would be tearing the bridge down and rebuilding the bridge.
No, because if you look, when they built that bridge, they did the deck, and then they started the sides, and I asked them, because they removed my fence, they busted my sidewalk, because I told them, I says, you tore up my sidewalk, you're gonna replace it. Well, corner of my fence was messed up, which they didn't finish fixing, which, fine, I don't care, no big deal, whatever. But
Or engineers.
when they went to do it, they added the forms to the sides of the bridge and they came up. It wasn't just all one piece. It was the deck was built, then they did the sides. And when they started building the forms for the sides, I told them, I said, you are making a horrible, horrible, horrible mistake. And they said, well, we don't understand, we're getting paid for this, this, and this. I said, well, look, I said, when the water comes down, this is exactly what's gonna happen. It's gonna come on this side and it's gonna come on this side. It's not gonna be able to keep running. Well, we passed it through council, and this is what they agreed for us to do, and this is what we're paid to do.
We're gonna have our engineers come out and look at it.
Okay.
He's gonna meet them, call them and meet them down.
Please let me know when, because I want to come out and talk to them. I'd like to hear that conversation myself.
Well, these weren't the ones that
Doesn't matter.
These are our engineers.
Right, I understand, but I mean, I would like them to see, I mean, you see my house, I mean, I get crushed every chance. And it's usually, she gets the first water, and now it's backwards, because now when they see me throw my hoses out, there's water pouring out in the street, and they're like, yep, they know. They throw their hoses, because they know they're getting it.
My hose stays up.
But theirs runs through the backyard in the creek, mine goes to the front street. Now, down in the front, Keith, I gotta ask you, honey, I need you to clean it out. Down where that hole is, on the side of Debbie's, where it discharges from the front street down in, it's clogged, it's jammed. Can you please clean it off for me? I appreciate it, okay? Thanks.
Thank you. Anybody else? Good welfare? Make you anything?
No, but the mayor gave us a whole list of events, and Maggie gave us a whole list of events, so for the whole month of September, you don't have to leave Carnegie. There's enough to do right here. And there's enough places to eat good food, you know, from Japanese to Irish to whatever you want. It's all right here in Carnegie, so for the whole month of September, I'll just stay right here. Hopefully I'll see you somewhere.
I just have one thing. The month of September is National Recovery Month for Drug and Alcohol. Pittsburgh's having their third walk on Saturday, September 15th, and it starts at 11th and Smallman. And the walk goes straight down Liberty Avenue, and then everybody convenes at Market Square. So if you know someone or you have a loved one who's struggling with drug and alcohol, you can get a lot of information down there. Thank you.
I just have one thing. I know everybody's tired of me talking about it, but we're starting to build the Haunted Trail again. So any help, anybody that wants to volunteer, anybody that's good at building things, or anybody that's real creative to make scary things, appreciate any help anybody wants to give us. That's all I have. That's all I have. Thanks. Motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Motion has been made and
Second.
seconded. All in favor? Opposed? Meeting adjourned.